some of the numbers that we have seen in certain industries in the manufacturing and the energy side is about 30 to 40% of the workforce is an aging workforce in the next decade. And these are the people that can put their hand on a compressor and can tell you when this is going to fail. And so you have to be able to first identify you have to be able to identify from a workforce perspective, what exactly are we trying to do? We're not going out and replacing that institutional knowledge. What we're doing is augmenting the workforce so that they don't necessarily have to go out and put their hand on that compressor to know, but they should be able to, now we're in this 21st century, we should be able to identify that from the data that we have and the knowledge that we have of running these operations. So from a workforce augmentation perspective, I believe that the first is this myth about that every technology is going to replace this workforce. That we have to overcome that. And that has to be really tossed aside and say, what we're looking to do is institutionalize the knowledge base. We're trying to cover this gap, which is going to come in the next decade or so with this aging workforce that is going to retire. So who would know how to put their hand in and find out when this is going to fail? And the third part of this augmentation is also the new workforce that's coming in. These are the people that work with these devices. They're the ones which is already a digital workforce. They're not going to go in and put their hand or test the temperature. They actually want tools and technologies that allow them to do that. I think one thing which really needs to accelerate besides this pandemic, which has acted as a catalyst, is the need of that workforce that's coming in now. No industrial would be able to attract this workforce if we don't go on this digital journey and transform ourselves. So there are so many elements of the workforce augmentation, but to me, the first thing is really how do we get rid of this myth that's out there? The second is realizing and recognizing that there is a gap that's coming in. And the third is really creating the future workforce that's out there, but we need to get ready as industrials, as people that are responsible for getting these people ready. We need to be able to create the right set of tools and technologies, which means digital transformation, to be able to attract the future workforce.